awesome. Okay, looks like I am live. Let me double check here. Oh, there I am. Okay, we're gonna give people a minute to settle in. It's the top of the hour, 3 o'clock, All Access August, getting ready to go, getting ready to rumble. I'm so excited to kind of dive in here with everyone. I have been very nervous about this, actually. It is my first solo live, so I am a little bit nervous and so excited. Just gonna take a moment here, give everyone another minute to settle in. If you are watching, go ahead and comment, say hello. Hi, so excited to meet you. If you're new, if you've been here for a while, if you're one of our students, I can't wait to get chatting here. Hi, Beverly. I'm so excited to meet you. Okay, we're just gonna kind of get settled in here for another minute and then we will dive in. All right, okay, here we go, folks. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Oh, Kimberly, I'm so happy you made it today. Yay! I've had such a good time talking with you in the group this past week. All right, so we are going to go ahead and get started. This is our number 4 session for our All Access August event. A little bit about me, if you're new here, my name is Maddie and I am the operations manager for the Modern Dog Trainer and also our systems efficiency coach for our chief executive trainer student. A little bit about the Modern Dog Trainer and what we do as a company. We are absolutely dedicated to helping empower positive reinforcement trainers to build freedom-producing businesses and really be able to live a life that they love and doing what they love with the best training method out there. And we do that through providing lots of tools like this live and things in our guides in our free group, and then we go into a deep dive in our academy program as well. So what are we doing here for All Access August is this past week, month, I'm a little nervous, we have been, oh, Jackie, that's okay. So there's actually replays of everything, so you can go back and watch the replays of the videos and download that worksheet. So for the whole month, our team has given you full access to us. So our marketing people, our academy coach Megan, myself for operations management, time management, and we've got an amazing recap happening next week to cap it all off, and there's a worksheet that goes with today's live. I am going to drop it in the comments real quick. And what this worksheet is you can go ahead and follow along. We're going to be diving into some time management questions and talking about that together. And then you can follow along on the worksheet, or you can get a pen and paper, or you can just listen. So there are many, many ways that you can do this. You can rewatch it as many times as you want to. Okay. That worksheet is in there. A little bit about me, in case it is your first time meeting me. I am many things. One is an aspiring R plus trainer. So I'm a baby trainer. My husband and I just decided to kind of go into this together, and we're super excited to start our own business. I'm an operations manager here at the Modern Dog Trainer, and I'm a systems efficiency coach. So why am I really with the Modern Dog Trainer? It is because I love small businesses. I love empowering small businesses. I love schedules, checklists, organizing, all of those things, which most people that I know don't really enjoy. So getting to really come in and help people get organized and make their ideal schedule is something I'm super passionate about, and I get to do it literally every single week with our students, so it makes my heart happy. Shall we go? So we're going to go ahead and dive in now to the big questions. I'm going to apologize in advance if I am talking a little quick. I'm kind of nervous, so, you know, even here we're pretty, we go through it too. Okay, so we're going to be talking about time management, and one of the big questions, we're going to start from the top and then funnel down and get to the real nitty-gritty of it. So we're going to start with an easy one. What would you like to have more time for, but you currently don't? Now, this is something that I really want you to think about, because when you are thinking about your time, which is one of your most precious possessions, right? There's the saying, there's only 24 hours in a day, right? So your time is your most precious possession. How do you want to be spending that time? What do you want to be doing? Is it big or small? Hiking with my dogs, reading and gardening. Kate, I am right with you there when it comes to especially gardening. I have a very small garden. Hi, Jatana. Oh, it's so nice to see you. I have a really small garden, and I just love being outside, so I really make sure that I have the time to do that, because it feeds me and it feeds my soul. Hiking sounds nice. Time with friends and time to do literally anything, Anya. Yes! Okay, hiking. What else? We can do big or small. Going to the beach. Reading, like Kate said. Eating lunch not at your desk. This was a big one for me because I am obsessed with efficiency. Taking that time and realizing that I don't have to like scarf down food to be productive, and actually taking that time away from myself to eat something away from my office space was a really big deal for me. I don't know how many of you in the comments eat while you work. Camping and trips, yes. Awesome. Taking trips and time volunteering with my therapy dogs. Yes! So let's like really think about that too. So the question is, what do you have time for, but you currently don't? So eat, when do you do that? That's right. What do you want time for, but you currently don't? Just sitting down and eating a meal. Eating standing up because I don't have time to sit down. So that's a really small tweak and a really small change. So why is that happening, right? That leads me into question number 2. And that is, what is stopping you from having full control of your schedule today? So if you don't even have time to sit down and have a meal to yourself, what is stopping you? Kimberly says, dogs come first. There are things like, how much time are you spending on your business that don't involve, how should I put this? What are you spending your time on besides going camping or on a hikes? The dogs I'm taking as clients, their quality of life is above mine, and I literally cannot make myself change it. Anya, that's a really, really powerful statement that you made. And dogs come first. Priority is feeling like I need to work all the time or guilty if I'm not working. Oh, you guys, you're gonna make my heart explode right now. So when it comes to your time then, on top of really taking care of the dogs is your first priority, right? That is where your priorities are. Where does, your business fall into that? What else are you doing besides taking care of the dogs? Let's take it a step further. How much time are you spending scrolling through social media? How much time are you spending answering emails every day, or phone calls, or just collecting payments for your business? Jackie, working on my business. Yes. So working on your business, like that is what you're spending all of your time on, and so you're not able to do the things that you want to do and what you love, which in part is taking care of the dogs, right? We're not trainers or aspiring trainers because we don't enjoy what we do, but there's a balance there when it comes to time management. There is a balance that comes into play when you find yourself giving so much to other people and dogs and the animals, and you start to neglect yourself and your needs. And that's something in any business that I see happen so often with small business owners, and I see it happening a lot of the times with our students too, when they come in with us and they are that guilt you feel for taking time to yourself, or for not responding to the emergency situation right away, because you can help and you feel selfish for not, but you're giving your most valuable thing to everyone else except for you. There is a way to have both. There is a way to have balance. Okay. I'm just taking a look at my notes here. Going along with the can't pour into others if you're empty. That's absolutely right, Jackie. Kimberly, you had your nails done. That's awesome. That's a self-care practice. That's super, and not everyone it's getting your nails done. It could be that top question that we had before, right? Where, what would you like to have more time to do but you currently don't? So I'm going to repeat that second question because it's a really big one. And I think that as a group, we're really starting to dive into a few of those things that you are spending your time on. So when you say what's stopping you from having full control of your schedule, besides taking care of your clients and your the animals, what else is stopping you? What else do you think is stopping you from having full control of your schedule? Are there any trainers here that do a lot of driving? Saying no. That's a big one. That is, yeah. I cannot find good help. Worry. Talking to clients longer than I'm technically getting paid for. Employees who want to take time off. There's so much here. So when it comes to finding, help with your business, if you are recognizing that that is something that you need, that is an incredible step to make. And we definitely dive into that. I do a lot of that work with our Chief Executive Trainer students. It's one of my favorite things, is helping people learn to accept help. And how to find help. Employees who want to take time off or quit with no notice and you have to take over. That's a big one, when things that feel out of your control, and then you are in a position where you feel like you have to step in because there's no one else to do it, right? That's a big one. And that is, you're right, that stops you from having full control. Okay. I am taking a look at my notes here. And we're going to kind of move into, I went through 5 employees since March. I'm really sorry to hear that, Kimberly. I don't know if you go by Kim or Kimberly. I'm just reading your name off here. That is really a really difficult thing to do, especially in today's job market. And that absolutely would take away from your time, is going through that process. I need some employees. I'm a one-man band, which I know is part of the Jackie, you have grit. So many of our students are one woman, one man bands, and that's how they start. They are solopreneurs, and it can be really lonely. And when you are trying to take time for yourself, when you feel like everything is out of control with your schedule, it's because it's up to you. If you don't get it done, who else is going to do it, right? So the other question that I want to dive into is, if you were making 10K months and in full control of your schedule, what would it look like? So we talked about why you're not in control of your schedule, right? And got into some really juicy details about feeling guilty, not being able to say no. You are having to do everything on your own. If you don't do it, who else is going to do it? Employees coming and going. All of this takes up your time. So if you were to make 10K a month and you were in full control of your schedule, what would that look like? Start with how you would start your day. Every day is a new day. And that is something that I have had to tell myself over and over again, in my life in general, and especially right now. Thankfully, I have an incredible team to support me. I am also responsible for a lot of the team. We work together, but there is a lot of management that comes into being an operations manager, as well as you can see, I'm in a trailer right now because my entire home is under construction. Being in full control of your schedule looks different to every person. For me, it looks like waking up every day and thinking of what I need to do and what I want to do, and trying to find the balance between the two. Taking 30 minutes to center myself before dealing with out-of-body chaos. Start with working with the pups, then more paperwork and business things. That's awesome. So that 30-minute time is something that you can take for yourself. So besides how you start your day, what does the rest of your day look like? If you were making $10,000 a month and were in complete and total control of your schedule, what would your schedule look like on a weekly basis? Take time out for my dogs and work out. I wouldn't have to worry about the other shoe falling because the client wants something or an employee has an emergency. Yes, not having to worry about the other shoe falling. That is a big one. Having more time in the mornings for prayer and journaling. Yes, that's how you start your day. If you are in control of your time and in control of how you spend that time, you can change your whole week. If you don't have to worry about the other shoe dropping because you have managed things well and properly, there is a sense of genuine relief and room to breathe instead of the complete chaos that is the overwhelming to-do list of everything you have to do, from running a business to taking care of the dogs, and then also your personal life, right? During the week, I'm not sure how it would look. It's kind of hard to imagine having control over my schedule. Date nights and weekend getaways with the hubby. Oh, hi Heidi. Welcome. We are getting to question 3 right now, and we're doing a deep dive. So, when we talk about getting full control of your schedule and what that looks like, it's not only how you start your day or what your week looks like, but there are so many things that you can do in between for taking time for yourself. You know, we have some students that decide that they just take an entire month off. We had one student, Marcia, and she just took an entire month off in the summer because that's what she wanted to do. It meant not working weekends anymore, not working nights anymore. So if you had an ideal schedule for the week, would you work every day? Would you work Monday through Friday? Would you work Tuesdays and Thursdays and maybe a Saturday every now and then? So often when it comes to running a business, we think that, Monday to Friday is the goal, or that classic 9 to 5 or sometimes even people who really only want to work weekends or have to work, 70 hours a week, nonstop, 14-hour days. Kate says, I would like to take a day off during the week. Yes! What day would you pick? Kate, think about that. Definitely only working a few days. So think about those days. Really think if you had full control of your schedule in a perfect, not a perfect world, but in your world, Tuesdays. You take Tuesdays off. For me, I really enjoy working really heavily at the beginning of the week. And then at the end of the week, I lighten my load a little bit because I'm aware of how much energy I have during the day and when my energy is at its peak. So being aware of when I am happy to be working and I'm a go-getter and I'm like, let's do this, and being aware of when I am a little more sluggish, a little more tired, needing more time to rest, has really helped me decide what my week looks like when I am making an ideal schedule. So think about that. Think about when you have the most energy that you want to give and where you want to give it. I actually have today off for the most part. It seems that Wednesdays are my lightest days. Awesome. That self-awareness is awesome. Love that. What does your body need? Yes, Anya. Think about that. What does your body need? And what do you need? And anything is possible. You are in control of your time. You are in control of your schedule. It is possible to work 3 days a week if you want to work 7 days a week if you want to, but only working 5 hours a day. You set the standard for where you're spending your time. How many times can I say time in one sentence? We're gonna find out. So, we've talked about your goal. We're gonna rewind and do a little recap. So, we've talked about what you would like to be spending your time doing. We've talked about what is stopping you from being able to spend time doing what you would love and having control of your schedule. And then we talked about what it looks like if you were to have full control of your schedule. That means working when you want, having time to eat while sitting down or standing up, but not eating while working. It means taking hikes and walks and camping and gardening and date nights and getting your nails done. That is what it means to have complete control of your schedule, as you have time for the things that bring you joy. So think about some possible solutions to what can help you. Because if we're not there yet, if we are still not taking the time off that you need, or even eating while working, or if you're not having regular date nights but you want them, what is a short-term solution that can start to get you there? And I'm going to give you a few minutes to really think about that. Go ahead and share in the comments if you'd like, and I'm going to take a sip of water. a lot of times when are being comfortable saying no. Yeah. Go up on pricing and take less dogs. I'm really unsure about going up on prices. A lot of the times when our students come in, it is the struggles that they have, especially for some of the short-term goals of, you know, making even something as simple as making that to-do list. Can you repeat the question? I'm sorry. Absolutely. So the question is, what are some possible solutions to help you reach your ideal schedule in the short term? So what are things that you can do for yourself temporarily to get to that ideal schedule? Know your worth and stand in it. Oh, Jackie! That is, yeah. That is, I think that applies to every portion of our lives. I think that knowing your worth and standing in it is important no matter who you are, or where you are in your business. Everyone deserves that. Outline my ideal schedule, what my ideal schedule is, and set boundaries and stick to the boundaries. Yes. So short term, and Kate, you know, that's a really great segue for outlining your ideal schedule in the short term, is just writing it down. Like, and I know you are one of our new students, and we're so excited to have you here. So that's an incredible way to start out. Being clear on how you screen and onboard new clients. Yes. And longer term, that really applies to long term too. So that kind of holding yourself accountable for a long-term schedule is absolutely something that you can do for yourself. And what we see a lot of our students doing, and it's that holding yourself accountable, or sometimes having someone check in on you and ask if you are holding yourself accountable, which is why I really love our community that we have, because we all get to check in on each other. I know, you know, Coach Megan is really great about connecting with people and holding them accountable for the goals that they set in place. Figure out how to optimize the education I'm trying to spread while doing less time-based work on my end. You guys are doing, look at all these solutions that you're coming up with for yourselves. Yes! This makes my heart happy. I appreciate being checked on this week. Yes. Okay. So, I'm just taking a look at my notes here, taking a step. We just talked about short-term things to really getting a handle on your time, essentially. Long-term, we kind of dove into a little bit. So long-term is going to be doing things like taking time every week, you know, to intentionally plan your week. One of the really common things that we'll see is that once you pick something, you know, like that fear of change, that fear of, okay, well, I said I was going to do things this way and it's really not working for me, so I'm just going to keep going because that's what I've already told everyone. And then going kind of back to what Jackie said about knowing your worth and standing in your power and listening to yourself and checking in with yourself and realizing, like, actually, you know what? This schedule isn't working for me, so I'm going to change it. And being confident with changing that and being okay with changing that. People want to work with you, and you can change your schedule, your prices. You can change whatever it is that you need to make your business work for you. So, one of the things that I actually want to touch base on for a long-term solution is how many of you, we've got about, 12-ish people here. When is the last time that you took off? So we're talking long-term goals, right? Like, when is the last time that you actually took time for yourself and reset? It can be a day, it can be a week. Like, yes, like actually a day off. When is the last time you took a day off, and what would you do with that time? We just had 6 days last week, but I focused on administrative work. I know, Anya, yes, the silence. In July, a week and a half ago, and yesterday. Awesome. When you are in control of your time, and when you are in control of your schedule, and when you are aware of what your needs are and what you want. I took 3 days off to evaluate dogs in North Carolina. Does that count? For you, Anya. It's for you. We just had a student, Maddie. She is actually one of our CET students now, and I'm super excited to work with her. But she started off in the academy, and she took 3 weeks off for her honeymoon and her wedding, and was able to take that time off completely guilt-free. Made my heart happy. I'll call it my volunteering time. Things that make your heart happy, you should always leave room for. But it is not the same as a day off. So we've talked a good bit. And I appreciate all of you for hanging in here with me and listening to me babble for a second. I want to ask you, what is stopping you from solving the chaotic scheduling today? Like, what is stopping you from making a change, like, absolutely today, right now, and starting to set those goals and boundaries for yourself? And take a moment and really think about that. Is it the overwhelm of your ginormous to-do list and you don't even know where to start? Is it the clients that you currently have? Fear? Nothing but my ego and being slightly nervous things will go downhill before they go up. I feel like I'm not ready to start training clients that I need to still be learning, volunteering, and taking classes. Kate! You are so ready! I'm not sure what to do with the downtime. Finding enough employees, finding a manager to manage the side of the business. Oh, these are all... Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being open and honest. I can see from a few of your comments, Kate, you absolutely can. Anya, not being sure what to do with the downtime, I challenge you to really set yourself in a space where you can think about what that would look like for you. Certain Marshall things? I apologize, I am a tad bit actually diagnosed dyslexic, so sometimes a lot of the M's and the A's reading quickly is hard for me. Things I want in my life require me to maintain my current schedule. Okay. But is it the schedule that you want, and is there a way to work around that? Material. Ah, thank you. Okay. So, this is really a big topic, and there is so much that comes into time management. And really, what I would encourage everyone to do is ask yourself questions. Dig into questions just like we did today, and start to think about what it is that you want and what it is that you deserve, because you bring value to this world. And when it comes to your business, if you need an extra person to have that conversation with you and to ask those questions like we did today, and to just really take a look at where you are, where you want to go, and kind of start to get that ball rolling with some game plans of how to get there, I highly suggest that you talk with our advisor, Ty. She is absolutely incredible and cares just as much about all of her students, as well as even people who, don't become our students. Everyone walks away from an advising, like a strategy session, with a strategy or an idea of where to go next or what to do. So I am going to drop the link in the comments if you want to have that conversation with her and just ask all the questions and really come up with a game plan kind of moving out of that. I am going to be online for a little bit after the live in a few minutes here, and we'll be able to drop in some, if anyone has questions for me, I can go ahead, and I'm going to be a little bit active in the chat. So again, thank you so much for joining me, and if you would like to have a conversation about where you're at and where you want to go and how to get there, talk to Ty. And I will see you next week for our recap of All Access August. Thank you. Ah! Oh gosh, I need to end it. Oh boy. Oh folks. Okay, there we go.